Welcome to Chronik and Coffee with FRACAS Grimm.
We drunk on the poison that they keep in schools.
Alpha Omega, gatekeeper to Mecca. Barrel wet 'em if they want a vendetta. Hail 7, revolt like Che Guevara. Yo, my army full of kings and pharaohs. The squad generals, guards bury you past physical. These tools we drop, they like emeralds. Criminals move, catching a boost, pivotal revenues. Killers get loose, arrange funerals. Splash the whip, Chevys get wet, call them carpools. Marks get drawn on like cartoons. Hearts bruised, the shooters who pay dues and come through. Put the metal to your face like you are doomed. Took tombs to barbarian bar rulers. Root for villains who touch green like Lex Luthor. Flex Rogers and wreck crews. Capture kings, chess moves. These crown holders are overdue.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Chronik and Coffee with FRACAS Grimm. Long overdue interview about to sit down with the dude Dephchyld. It's been a minute. I've been trying to work in time to get this dude on. It's a little late, but we're here now. What's up, Dephchyld? How you doing, man?
Yo, peace. What's good, Frank? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm excited to get this done. I know, like I said, I know we've been talking back and forth for a minute. Was trying to get this done for your album release, man, like 2 months ago, right?
Hell yeah. No, it's all good. I'm glad we could do this.
Right on, man. Why don't you go ahead, just take a couple of seconds, introduce yourself in whatever manner you like to do, so people who don't know you kind of get a feel for who you are, where you're coming from, things of that nature.
Yeah, for sure. Again, my name is Dephchyld. I grew up in the graffiti scene. That's why I go by the name of Deph originally, but had to add the child at my last name just so I can officially become a different artist in a way. So my name is Dephchyld. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Definitely be repping the hard body hip hop shit out here.
For sure, in a big way too, man. I see you, and I've kind of known you for a little while. We haven't been real close lately, but so I think I met you in like 2007, like that, back in Phoenix when I was staying out there. And
Hell yeah!
I mean, you were bomb then, and you're even better now, dude. I mean, much respect to your success, your grind. I see your grind too. Fucking tell us a little bit about what you've been up to. I know you dropped your most recent album is called Art of the Forgotten, and you dropped that May 21st. Is that correct?
Yeah, we dropped the Art of the Forgotten. I got a producer out of Canada. His name's Fourth Regiment. He's got a little production team, so we happened to do the whole album together. You know, I picked out the best beats I could find, and we just made a super dope masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece, dude. That's cool that you call it that, dude, because there's a lot of... It's produced really nice, man. The sound's fucking... I don't even know how to describe it. I think you said hard body or heavy or something like that, and that's exactly what it is, dude.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
We're going to be playing one of the songs called Ancient Scripts that's featuring 6 syllables. That's... I mean, I don't want to say that's my favorite one, but that's probably the one I've listened to the most. I really like that one, dude. Sick.
No, yeah, it's one of my favorites. So I thought it'd be a dope one to share, you know what I mean?
For sure, man. Hell yeah. So, what can you tell us about the album itself? Just, whatever you want to... What's the Art of the Forgotten?
Yeah, Art of the Forgotten is pretty much to bring back the art that's actually been forgotten nowadays. Most of the hip-hop and rap isn't really an art anymore. It's more just dumbed down to make you, party and feel good, which is cool, but... I'm trying to bring it back to the essence of, the real hip-hop and, what it's supposed to be is concepts, topics, and just, actually an art piece. The Art of the Forgotten also has a lot of elephant themes because, of course, elephants never forget, you know what I mean? So,
right.
Just bring it back with that, and then we got to get a few good features at the time, so... I know it's probably my best work up to date, but I'm just happy I got to put it out.
I mean, I don't know exactly. Where I picked up with you because I kind of missed. I guess I probably missed out a couple of years of stuff that you've been doing, and this is the most recent one that I've seen. Is there anything else out there that you got before this that people could check out?
Yeah, there's one other project I dropped before this, which is actually called Diamond Cut.
Yeah.
It's also available on Bandcamp. Has a joint on there with Capadonna from Wu-Tang.
Hell yeah.
My homie's Vendetta Kings locally out here, and then I just got actually really creative with it, and I'm again glad I got to put that out too when I did.
That's quite impressive. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody recognizes the name Wu-Tang, and not to, like, you know, gas up or something and drop names and shit, but how'd you go about getting somebody like Capadonna on a project like that? Was that, what kind of, you don't have to go into huge details, but what kind of work does that take to get somebody of that magnitude to fucking do something?
Yeah, luckily, I mean, I would just say it's pretty much all about who you know. I mean, luckily, like I said, 6 syllables. Me and him been going back locally since the MySpace days. And then, you know, he's kind of branched out, done his own thing over the years. I got to branch out. And then we get to click back up like a few years ago. And he was just like, yo, Capadonna's looking for solid people. I would just kind of like co-sign you to do something with them. And then luckily he was like, here, call him. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you know, he just like, yeah, call him. I'm like, all right. So I called him. He was in Phoenix, Arizona already. He was just like, yeah, come pick me up. And then, you know, we just got to build for like a couple of days, and then eventually, you know, got to create that. So it was awesome.
That's pretty sick, man. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. Let's see. Cover the current project, or the forgotten, or not the current. That's the most recent. Have you already moving on to something else, or are you grinding on that one still? And like, you know, if you are, tell us about that a little bit, like shows or whatever.
Yeah, no, good question. I'm still trying to work out a couple more videos for this album because, you know, definitely feel that once you drop a solid project or album, it's always definitely good to put some marketing and, you know, push that before you start pushing anything else.
Right.
But I'm trying to get this few other videos done. It's just been so hot I can't get outside to do the shoots or get up early enough, so I'm like, shit, fuck. But, yeah, I'm just trying to wrap up a couple more videos, but during this whole, like, state of just chilling, I've been creating a couple other pieces. I know a couple other producers reached out to me. 6 Syllables is trying to do another project with me, like a full-on album with me, him, and a producer, C-Lance, which has produced a lot of Jedi Mind Trick shit. And then, pretty much I do have a list of projects coming. So I have the Diamond Cuts 2, which has been in the works for about a year. I just kind of pushed that one back to make sure the Art of the Forgotten got done. And then, like I said, the Syllables project should be coming, and a couple other producers out there trying to reach out to do some work. So
yeah,
I'm busy, man. I'm busy.
That's good. Do you find it hard to focus on one thing at a time? Like you kind of said about something about concepts, and it not this album necessarily being like a concept album, but do you find it hard to focus on, like, say you're doing the Art of Forgotten, but maybe come up with other shit? You're like, this doesn't work for this one, but maybe for the next one or some shit like that.
Yup, exactly how that shit works is while I'm making this one, I'm gonna, you know, still kind of take a break from it because it gets, like you said, it is kind of hard to stay on topic, so you kind of need refreshers, you know, just kind of like hear other things. During that, I'm collecting beats for other projects at the same time, so knowing that, like, it's just collecting arsenal when I'm ready to use it, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's why I got the Diamond Cuts 2 already kind of like halfway done. Been recording those for like a year, but just, like I said, just been chilling on them.
Word.
And then, the other projects are just, you know, coming along, but as I get them, I'm a fast worker, so as long as I can just get things to work on them, I'm gonna try to knock them out.
Hell yeah. So all right, so you dropped the plan. I'm just kind of reading over my little checklist. I'll try to have something so I can focus my thoughts and shit. So,
sure.
The plans for the future, you're gonna be, I guess you're working on that Diamond Cuts 2. You said something earlier about the way music, like the state of hip hop, maybe in particular, anyways, about the party shit or whatever. Maybe what I like to call the kind of like the swag thing that a lot of these youngsters have and shit. How do you feel about that? Like, you think that's really? I mean, let me just leave it at that. How do you feel about the situation?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a trend. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it going very far, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more turned up music. I feel like the power of real people that listen to music will probably just eventually learn that it's not here to stay. You know what I mean? They need the real feeling of like people's life stories and like the real essence of it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm hoping that shit's gone. I mean, I can't lie, I like a lot of the beats and shit. A lot of beats are tight, just I don't feel like the MCs or whoever's hopping on them ain't really saying much, you know what I mean?
For real though. No, I hear that. They got, and sometimes they even sound nice, right? But what they're saying is like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, they basically got a cool little flow, which everybody, again, has the same flow in that little genre, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yep.
they all doing the same shit, and it sounds good over a dope-ass beat, but yeah, you break this shit down, it's like, what the fuck are you saying, you know what I mean?
I totally do, man, and that's why I appreciate fucking real hip hop for what it is, man. Motherfuckers aren't trying to jump on the bandwagon and shit, and they're coming correct. And by that, I mean they're coming with their own uniqueness, and they're not trying to sound like everybody else. They're like, hey, man, I'm not trying to do this fucking album to get on, even though I am, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going in the studio trying to push a fucking Future joint or whatever, trying to sound like that fool, whoever else may be. You know what I mean? Whoever's hot.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like I said, whoever's hot at the time, everybody's going to want to sound like them. But, I mean, again, it's a cycle. So I've even heard it from bigger heads, again, like Cap telling me, like, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, the cycle's going to come back around where they're going to need people like you. It's just a market is so corrupted by just, like, let's make money, and not focus on what the fuck they're actually putting out. It's just sad, you know?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, we're all kind of like fucked industry for those type of reasons, because they make it. I don't know if they do it on purpose to kind of dumb down the music, or what they see a trend and they just fucking beat that dead shit, that horse to death over and over again, coming out with the same shit for like 2 years in a row. You're like, fuck, tired of it.
It's a marketing scheme, and they know it works, so they're just like, let's just keep doing this. And you know, the people that are really running it aren't really the music heads. They're actually just elite fucking people that are business minded, that want to take over the business. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up. That's why when I got into it, I learned a lot with the music. Is there's a lot of, you know, you can create a lot of dope music, but if you don't have the business side of it, it's really tough to do much. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of politics that play into play too. So like, certain people might not do business with other people in the industry, and it's like you got to kind of pick and choose who you're going to mess with in the business, because it might be crucial to your business. You know what I mean? It's now fucking an industry thing when it shouldn't really be like that, but you know, nowadays it is.
You got to play the game sometimes, man, and that, I mean, you got to appreciate that for what it is, and that kind of relates to. I don't really want to like label you where you're at and shit, but I kind of see like people like you who are not, you know, trying to follow that trend as underground, right? And I don't think that's a derogatory term at all. For me, like that's the real shit. You know what I mean? So I would. What do you think about the underground scene right now? Like you're seeing a lot of acts out here in Arizona, or anybody else for that matter who's shining that people.
I mean, the Arizona scene is still back like to when we were doing shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it's high school. Like, you know, you got this clique over here, this clique over here, and if, you know, they don't like your clique, then they ain't coming to your show, or, you know, they ain't supporting your music, when in reality, everybody needs to come together, and that's what nobody's doing.
Yeah.
You know, I see a lot of people shining. Again, it's the same people that are, like, doing the sellout music. Like, okay, let's hit this sound real quick. You know, like, kind of like a futuristic, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's booming, he's making money, I'm sure, but it's like, for how long? Like, what are you gonna do once this shit ain't relevant no more? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And hey, man, we could talk about the dude. He's successful, and quite frankly, I don't know too much about his music. He could be saying some good shit. I don't know, but the fact is that whatever he did, it created a movement where people started following him and copying him, and trying to sound like him, or. You know, it's kind of like that fucking auto-tune shit that went down like 4 years ago. I mean, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So you touched a little bit on the underground scene here in Arizona, and it is what it is, dude. Have you been anywhere else around? Say, do you go to California, or you working with the guy up in Canada? Do you see shit happening differently in other parts of the country, or, you know, whatever, compared to what we're doing over here? Do you think we're getting a fair rep? Are we working hard enough? What can Arizona do?
Yeah, good question, bro. This is the thing is like, it's just everybody's mentality here is thinking, okay, I'm gonna be the one to put AZ on the map. Which is a great mind state, but at the same time, you can't limit yourself to Arizona because wherever you go, California, New Mexico, you go overseas, they're going to know where you're from no matter what. So you're bringing Arizona with you, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to rep that shit no matter what. But the thing is there's money everywhere, bro, as far as overseas. I like to reach out different networks because they support the art a little bit more. They appreciate it. They actually spend money, and support artists.
Yeah.
But Arizona just needs to basically, think like we're gonna come together and make something out of it. If not, it's just gonna be battling for the top prize. You know what I'm saying? There is no top prize. Motherfuckers need to recognize there's no top prize to this shit.
Yeah.
You're just going to be as successful as the next man. You know what I mean? Because there's always somebody bigger, better, badder. It's just like, you got to humble that shit down and just be like, you know what, I'm going to do this and hit different networks and be me, and my state's going to come with me because that's where I'm from. You know what I mean? And, a lot of people will support that because they're from your state.
That's good advice to anybody who listens, who's trying to network or trying to figure out the formula to kind of break wherever you're stuck at. Because I know a couple of dudes who I've talked to. They don't come from the biggest towns, or like you're like, what? I don't even think hip hop existed there and shit. And it's because they kind of put themselves in this box of thinking, well, I got to do what I got to do to get on here, and maybe the whole idea of expanding beyond that is too big for them. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think. You got to think like that, right?
Yeah, nowadays it's all power in the internet. The social media is going to take you far because, limiting yourself to one little specific area is just going to, get you frustrated. You got to expand, just push yourself to different locations, find out where your demographics are. So once I always recommend somebody putting something on like iTunes, even as a single, and just finding out where the plays, where the people are listening from, and you'll kind of determine which route you want to take. You know what I mean, or where you're trying to hit your demographics.
That's some good advice. Kind of that goes along with that. Were you ever at a point, like, I don't want to say like you're anywhere in your career, but were you ever at a point previously where you're like, man, I don't know, or where you maybe had doubted yourself and then something clicked and you figured out this is what I got to do to change or get better or achieve what I want to achieve?
Yeah, man. I mean, practice makes perfect. They always say, like, you do something for like 10,000 hours or something, and you like master it.
To master it, yeah.
Something like that. But every day, man, I always say I'm my worst critic. You know what I'm saying? I'm battling myself just to like get through it, because I'm going to tell myself sometimes, like, man, what are you doing this for? Like, you should be having different goals, like, buying a house or doing something. But to me, it's just like, I've came from what I've came from, and it's like crazy to see how far I took it. So like, accomplishing my own goals just kind of keeps me going, like, all right, look, I've accomplished this many goals. I can just keep pushing it, but it's always doubt in my mind, which, and then I always look forward into, like, the universe or, like, friends or people around me just to kind of, like, give me that one little, like, bro, you got this, you good, bro, just do that, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well,
it's tough, man. Like, you just got to surround yourself by good people, man, that's all it is.
Well, I'm sure, like you just said, you've heard it, bro, you got this, though, for real. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm not trying to be a kiss ass, but dude, when we first did a couple of things together, dude, your style was different than the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like your shit stood out. Your ability to deliver and shit. Like, I don't know how you describe like how you flow and shit, but it's like damn, dude, that dude just said some shit that I wouldn't have thought of, dude. So like, I've always had respect for that, dude. And
that's what's up, man.
I mean, keep it grinding, dude. Like, fucking mad respect for what you're doing. Is there what are your goals in the near future or whatever? What are you trying to, or where do you see yourself at? If you don't already consider yourself a success, which hopefully you do, where do you see yourself at? Like, damn, I did it. I hit this right here, and that's the shit.
Yeah, I just first started, like, I wanted to complete a project. I'm like, I want some whole complete thing that you guys can actually take home and listen to it, and do take apart whatever you can from it. And that was my goal as far as the diamond cut. So I'm like, you know what, I've been doing this, working so hard. Let me just complete something and give it out, and like show them that, all right, I'm actually capable of delivering, good quality music. And like you said, like back in the day when we were rapping, I was still, even then, just trying to find myself, find my own like voice, my own style, my own little gig. But like it was through the whole process of, again, just keep recording, keep doing it. By then, it's just gonna be natural. You know what I'm saying? So my goals from that point, just seeing like, okay, you've actually, completed finding who you are as an artist and yourself, your style. Like, there's no defining that. Like, you've completed projects and actually done solid music. That was the first goal. I'm like, damn, okay. My next goal at that point was like, I want to make this into a business. I want to actually make something back off this now. So
right.
My next goal was that is once I launched the Diamond Cuts on iTunes, I started seeing residuals. Like, as an artist, a lot of people don't understand the business. There's 4 checks waiting for you. Once you're an artist, you put your music online. If you own the rights to it, you own the recording rights, you own the publishing rights, which you've actually written. So and then you're going to get paid for the streaming and the plays and the purchases. So you're actually going to get paid, if you can build a little fan base.
Yeah.
So that was my next goal, is just to like, let's get paid off this shit. Boom, started seeing a little bit more paid, and then that's when I kind of fall back to like, all right, well, I saw where my demographics are. I saw where, these sales, these plays are coming from, and it is in Arizona, but it's out of Arizona. And I'm seeing that now. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm fucking with a lot of people already out of the country, which is huge,
For sure.
And that's where I'm getting money in sales.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that, okay, more songs to play, more streams, more opportunities out there, I'm going to get more money. So I'm like, all right, let's make another album. That's when I hooked up. Actually got with one song I got to do with 4th Regiment. He was like, oh my God, let's do a whole album. I'm like, okay, cool. And then we actually just got to it. It took us about a year and a half, but then we completed this, launched it. Now we seeing like, not only Diamond Cuts is doing good, but this is doing good as well. But people that have just heard this one can fall back on the Diamond Cuts, you know what I mean? And all the followers that were on the Diamond Cuts the whole time now have some new shit to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's building a train, and that's my next goal, is just to keep doing projects, keep boosting the business. I got a few shows coming up in Cali, so hopefully, actually it's locked in. So September 24th, I'll be out in LA and shit with my boy Spit Savage. So he got me out there, and then I'm just trying to expand, man. Just get out. I love to travel. Want to see overseas. Want to see where the money's at over there.
Fuck yeah, dude. You so you talk a lot about the internet thing, because that's the big deal, right? Like, so yeah, some people are out there pressing hands and giving out copies and shit, right? And that's important too for the marketing standpoint. But so where do we stand as wannabe artists, or those who are almost established as independent art? Or you think it's important anymore for us to try to get signed on to labels or get put with certain camps, or can we just remain free agents and just fucking keep banging and doing whatever the fuck we want to do and be super successful at that? You think that's the thing, the way it is now, or you know what I mean?
I would always recommend going independent, but there's always gonna be that funding. You're always gonna think like, shit, how am I gonna fund this? How am I gonna do that? Because I ain't gonna lie, like, all these projects, they cost money, you know what I mean? Like, even a couple of features that I've gotten, I've had to pay for, you know what I mean? So that shit sometimes ain't free. The artwork ain't free, the fucking pressing the CD, plus you gotta pay, like, your little fee to get on iTunes. So there's a little bit of money. So, like, when people say, oh, you're signed, they think, all right, money, I don't have to worry about it. But if you have that little bit to invest in yourself, and it's far worth it, I swear to God it would be.
Yeah.
Do it, and stay independent. and any label that wants to sign, I think the best way is just to push it in the marketing. So the best thing is if you can create your own music, you know, you don't have to have studio time. Like the label don't have to do shit. They're just putting up money for whatever to get back some money. So I think the best way is just to stay independent, and if you want to get signed, just use that label to promote for new avenues and new marketing places that you can get sales at. You know what I'm saying? Because you own, again, you don't want record labels to own your rights, like the recording rights, your publishing rights, because that's you. That's what you put in the work for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
again, it's a small ball rolling down the hill, so you just gotta, like, you know, it's time, and then you battle yourself throughout the time. Like, is it worth it? But once you see the goal accomplished and you see the prize, you're like, it's definitely worth it. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck, man. I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing more from you. I'm sure you're gonna go big places. You got the right mindset, dude. Hopefully, a lot of people who listen to this can take something away from what you've said, because it makes sense to me. Invest in yourself, believe in yourself, set goals, keep grinding. And, you know, I like kind of the way you said it when you started out. You said, I just want to get a project. Like, my goal was to get a project done. Yeah, I've been doing this and doing that. Now it's time to get a project done, right? You did the project. You saw what was working, and then you sunk yourself into the art of forgotten and came out with something that's shining, bro. So, mad respect to what you're doing. Hopefully, people listening to you pick a little something out of that, make it work for them. I'm going to try to do what I can. Let me just ask a quick question. What is Macaulay Culkin?
Okay. So it's basically like Macaulay Culkin, you know, he's the actor and shit. But basically, what I just did is because it's like that song and that beat. When I heard it, it's kind of like that go-y kind of rap. You know what I mean? So like I kind of just transformed myself into thinking like I'm just gonna be a goalie person during this shit and rap real goalie. So I just called it Macaulay Culkin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works. I like it.
That's the art, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be creative and just just run with your ideas, man. Don't doubt yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always gonna pay off. Like, you just keep doing what you feel is supposed to be right, you know what I mean? That's all I do when I record music. Like, I don't know music sheets, I don't know how to read this shit. I just go in and I hear it and I know what it's supposed to be, you know what I mean?
For real. I mean, that's the mark of a fucking artist, man. We don't run off of fucking plans. Like, when we hear something or do something, that should just... You hear a good beat and you run with it. You hear a beat that doesn't work, you don't fuck with it. I mean, you can't force it. It just happens. So, shit, anything that I missed, man? Your album dropped May 21st. You can get that shit on Bandcamp. I'll put all the links up in text and everything at the bottom of the video.
I got a video out there, too, floating with 6 syllables and King Magnetic.
Yeah.
That shit, you know, if you haven't heard the album, at least you can go on YouTube, check that out, and definitely give you a feel of kind of what's on there. Bandcamp, really SoundCloud I need to update, but YouTube's always good. Yeah. iTunes, Spotify. So if you guys have free accounts on Spotify, paid, Pandora station, Dephchyld Radio.
Nice. You're on Pandora. That's dope. You done something if you're on Pandora, man. Fuck yeah, I like that. I mean, iTunes is cool because everybody gets on, but like Pandora, you're listening to Dub C in the Mad Circle, and then you can hear Dephchyld. That's dope.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope.
They play a lot of Drake on my shit, though. I'm like, yeah, Drake.
Well, I mean, whatever, man. I mean, fuck it. You're not Drake, but you're a rising star, man. You'll be there.
Man, yeah, that fool's a machine, bro. Like, no one's fucking with him. Like,
nah.
The shit he's behind, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Like, I don't really want to get into a whole lot of shit, but when that dude first came out and I was like, damn, this dude can sing, and he flows, dude, and he's picking the right shit. That was before he was big. I was like, dude, I dug that shit. I've kind of been oversaturated with him by now, but I respect his hustle. He's always working. He's relevant. He's staying relevant. He's doing what you got to do to be considered a big name. So, you know, respect to that too. Whatever, respect the hustle, right?
For sure.
All right, so yeah, shit. Yeah, you guys check out Dephchyld, Bandcamp. Fucking look him up. Just type it in Google. He's probably gonna pop up for like 15 fucking different sites by the sounds of it. That's dope.
Yeah, Dephchyld.com. I got a website up, so you can always keep up with shit there. New songs, projects coming. I'll hopefully have some new shit at the end of this year, so we can get some more shit up there.
Cool. Cool, man. Well, anything else before we end the interview? Anything else we
Nah,
forget?
man.
All right.
Salute to you. Salute to you for having me and doing this, bro. I appreciate you.
Shit, man. It's all love, brother. I respect you, man. I'm keeping my ears and eyes open, and you're there, brother. We'll be talking
man,
again
if
soon.
anything, you know, if anything, I'm here for you. Just holler at me, bro.
Oh, much love, brother. Much love.
Alright, man.
All right, man. You have a good one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.
Right,
All right. Have a good one. Dope interview. Dope. That was good. Fucking natural. I love it when the interview goes like, cause sometimes I worry. Can I do the interview without rambling? And I was more comfortable in this type of interview because I kind of know the person. Like I've sat down in the same room with this guy, and I kind of knew who he was before. But that shit just felt natural, and I love that shit. So yo, everybody who watches this video, yo, check him out. Dephchyld, Art of the Forgotten on Bandcamp. Yo, type that shit in. I have the links at the bottom. Doing mad moves, man. He's about to get bigger. Once you check it out, you'll know too. Okay? Yo, he's out there hustling. He dropped some nuggets of knowledge for those who are, like I said, trying to find out that formula and how to kind of work it into their own and be successful. Well, that's what this series is all about, right? Giving people exposure for themselves and for the rest of us, so everybody benefits, man. So if you see this, you like what I'm doing, man, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to feature you. You know what I mean? Fuck it. It's for free. You got 20 minutes? Well, this one's a pretty long one, but whatever. You got some time? Sit down with me. I got you. Free promotion on YouTube. You deserve it. And I appreciate your time. Again, respect to Dephchyld and his hustle. Check out Art of the Forgotten on Bandcamp. Check him out everywhere, like I said. You know what I mean? Dope stuff. Mad respect to you guys for coming back if you're watching the video. And, yo, keep it real. Because that's what I'm going to do. Peace out, y'all.